You see, our past and our future come into this moment. One thing that separates us from other species is our concept of time. Now, although time has its place and its purpose, I don't think we really accounted for the fact that we'd become addicted to time. You see, we have the power to memorize our past and to imagine or envision a future. Though we somehow became addicted to those two factors, where we constantly leave out this present moment. See, our addiction to time has to do with us being able to remember the past so much so that we bring in our past feelings and stories and emotions into this moment. We also have the power to envision and to imagine a future so much so that we project how we want something to go, or how we may be anxious or worried how something may go. Now, all of that happens only in this moment. Our picturing or our memorization of the past happens now. Our envisioning, our imagination of the future happens now. But we don't see it that way. You see, we think about a past moment and the feelings start to come up about maybe something that happened that was bad, and now we are starting to feel that pain again, and we're thinking, man, if only we didn't do it that way. We're thinking about not doing it that way now. It already happened. It already happened that way that we probably didn't want it to go, but we can't do anything about it now. So us thinking about it and bringing it into the present won't change what has already happened. We also do that with our future. Us envisioning or worrying about something that may happen in the future is happening now. We are envisioning it in the future. When we live that moment, however it may go, it will be in that moment. So we're bringing the anxiety and the worry and the concern in this moment about something that could or could not happen. You see, our past and our future come into this moment. They equal this moment. Time really does not have an existence beyond our memory, beyond our envisionment, our power to envision a future and our power to remember the past. It has no existence beyond that. It is our own creation. It is something that we created because of those two factors. And we created it so much that we became addicted to it, or we got dependent on it so much that we became addicted to it that we can't live in this moment, or we don't see this moment as a part of our existence. We're so hung up on something that we did, and we're so looking forward to something else, that this moment has become unpleasant. But this moment is the only moment that exists, that you know exists. The past is just something that you think happened based on your perspective. And the future is something that you want to happen or don't want to happen based on your perspective. Those two moments come together and they just create this present moment. When you are thinking about it, you are thinking about it now. You see, we are so addicted to it that we don't see how much it affects our lives. We go to our past and we believe that our past is what and who we are. It's what makes us who we are. We hold on to grudges, we hold on to resentment, all of those different, or even joyful moments. We hold on to joyful moments like, only if I was that person again, because I'm maybe sad or depressed right now, and I remember that time that I was super excited and I had a great time, whether it was with maybe an ex or a certain family member, and you're holding on to that moment to accompany you in this moment. But that moment doesn't make you who you are. You have the decision every single day to change who you are, to be in this moment, and to let go of all of the things that may be holding you back, to let go of your separation from life, from this moment, from your addiction to time. We don't see it that way because everybody's doing it, so it's considered normal. Well, of course, if it's considered normal, I'm going to keep going with that because I don't want to be seen as abnormal. So I'm going to continue with my addiction to time. I'm going to continue to wish for a better future, reminisce in the past, and keep that as my story and who I am, and reference it when I need to. Hold on to things that don't need to be held on to, but you know what? It's the past. Everybody else does it, so why am I not doing it? And then you envisioning a better future, something so much grander, because this moment is not what you want. But that is an addiction. It's like, it's not noticeable because everybody's doing it. Everybody has their addiction, and one of them is time. We also have our other, what people call coping mechanisms, but they're also a form of addiction too, depending on what it is. So time is an addiction for everybody because we are so hung up on the past and the future that we can't live here. But they only make up this moment because we can only think about those moments in this moment. We can only live those moments in that or this moment. We can't live them any other time. We can't live in the future. We can't go back to the past. So we have to learn how to let the past go and how to wait and be patient and be okay with not knowing what our future holds. The past and the present can only be felt within this moment. And those feelings, if you create them here and now, you are creating them here and now. It's not because, I'm thinking of a future moment. No, you're creating that moment and that feeling now. So you have the choice to change that feeling by letting go of your envisionment of the future and letting go of your bad doings in the past. You have to heal that. You have to let it go. You have to move on because you're only going to carry that emotion in this moment. It's not because of a past moment. It's because that past moment is being latched on to you. You're still holding on to it. So don't think that if I'm thinking of this past moment and the feeling is coming through of, sadness or depression or anger, resentment, whatever it is, it's because of that past moment. No, it's because of this moment. Because you are holding on to it in this moment. It's not because of what happened and who did what back then. It's because of what you are holding on to right now. So in order to truly let go, you have to let go of the time. You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of the emotion. Then it just slides off. And then you can be in this moment. Then you want to think about the future. Well, I got that done. Now I can see a brighter future, right? I healed that part of me. I'm not thinking about the past anymore, but now I can dream of a bigger and better future. See, now you're putting on expectations, which is another emotion. And now you're going to hold on to that. And then you're going to expect these grand things, and you may not get that, and then you'll feel another feeling of maybe sadness or disappointment. So our addiction to time is not just physical time and not just memories or imagination, but it has everything to do with the feelings also, because our feelings coincide with our memories and with our envisionments of the future. It all has to do with that, and you bring all of that into this moment, and that's a lot to handle. You have to heal that. You have to let that be whatever it's going to be, and you have to you want to try and live in this moment, because this is the moment that truly only exists. The past and the future make up this moment. Added together, it's here. You can't say that this happened in the past and that's why I'm feeling this way. No, it's because you're holding on to that feeling. Yes, it happened, and yes, it caused that pain, but you're holding on to the feeling, and that memory causes the feeling. So you had to alleviate all of that together. A lot of us want to hold on and say that it's okay because, my past is the reason that it caused that. It's time to heal that. It's time to heal and be here. Because if it's not causing you pain right now, in this moment, then there's no need for it. If you're okay right now, because you always are okay right now, regardless of what's going on, then that's just you holding on to something. Then you need to heal that. Time is the thing that separates us from other species because of our memory, because of our system of time. And it's time has its place and its purpose. But it doesn't have that much of a purpose within here, within the mind, within the past, and within the future. Time, like all other species, is just here. You cannot ask a bird what time it is. It will not know. It will not really remember probably what it did yesterday, because it's okay right here, or 5 minutes ago. Just like we all should be. We have to see time. I don't want to say see time as an addiction. Just put awareness to the fact that you may be holding on to things that are in the past. Not because of the past. You don't want to blame or be a victim of the past. It's because you're holding on to it and you're developing it, redeveloping it in this moment. And you don't want to be afraid of the future or worried about the future, concerned about the future. Because then you're not concerned or worried about the future. You're carrying that concern and worry right now. Past and present equals future. Past and future equals presence. Got that messed up. P and P. So, this moment is the only moment that exists. And we have that little addiction to the time, to the two moments, but they can only be felt and only be recreated, I guess, within this moment.